Thank you, Comrade Speaker. Comrade Speaker, could I direct the Minister to code 6112? I noticed there that the senior staff will be reduced. In fact, 6112 and 113 will be reduced to 1. I'd like to know what is the destination of the staff that will be leaving or will be removed, and what is the effect, what effect it will have on the program. Why isn't there a plan to fill that vacancy, if there is?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So this line item just speaks to the actual person who was in that designation, and that superintendent of works is now deceased, and that is why we no longer have, or we have one less superintendent of works. Obviously, we would look to fill that vacancy a little bit later.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, Comrade Speaker. The
Mr.
superintendent of works would have passed some months now. One would expect that an important designation of that sort would be quickly filled to ensure efficiency within that program. And so could the Minister say why you would have not catered for that, given the fact that you had adequate time, in my opinion, to fill the vacancy? Have you advertised for the vacancy to be filled so far?
We actually, the regional, they have someone already who is temporarily filling in, but there is no permanent employment. But that is not to say that the budget on the whole would not cater for someone who is going to be permanently employed. And you have, in addition to that temporary person filling in, you have the other superintendent of works, you have clerk of works, and you have the regional generally with their engineers who are overseeing the projects.
Thank you, Minister. Member Holder.
Thank you. Thank you, Comrade Speaker. The person that is temporarily filling that position, is it a new employee or is it somebody that is already employed and now those additional duties are being added to that person?
There is someone who is in that system, but you know, with the public service, if you are going to act in a position, you can have an allowance and you can have that additional finances to your salary.
Honourable Member Holder.
Okay, thank you, Comrade Speaker. Comrade Speaker, 6231. 6231. Fuel and lubricant. Could the Minister be kind enough to lay over the details of that for me? I wouldn't like her to go through that now, but just lay over that information for me, please.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not going to lay it over. I am going to call it out if you wish.
I don't wish to.
So I'm not going to lay it over, but if you want the public to know, I have no problem with that. Right. So we have a Nissan Datsun, we have a Hilux, we have a Frontier, a Fielder, another Toyota Fielder, another one, so that's 3. You have a fiberglass boat, a 75 horsepower, you have a generator and a 200 horsepower. And the cost is $16 million, allocated $500,000.
Since you are laying it over, could you give the quantities for the list that you just gave? Specific quantities.
Minister.
Yes, we have for the Nissan Datsun, We have the annual cost of 1,170,000.
Member Holder?
Thank you, Comrade Speaker. Thank you, Comrade Speaker. Comrade Ferguson wants to ask a question, then I will come back in.
Member Ferguson?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, through you to the honorable member, may I turn her attention to line item 6281, security services. I note for last year, we had a higher increase than what you're seeking now for 2025. So can you explain to the House the reason for the decrease as against last year, and whether we will see you returning to the House late in the year for supplemental, knowing that probably over time they might have changes in security rates and also human resources. So can you provide an explanation for the decrease and whether you will return to the House later for supplementary? Thank you.
Minister?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It's very simple. Last year we had 366 days in the leap year, and this year we have 365 days. It's really a matter of just a day difference.
I remember, Mr. Holder.
Thank you, Comrade Speaker. Project code 6211, expenses specific to the agency. Comrade Speaker, this is a program which falls directly under the regional chairman. Could the minister lay over the details of 6211?
Honorable Minister?
Mr. Speaker, you know, just like the studies, the COIs, the plans, they always want you to lay over too. I don't want to lay over. I have with me the information. So if they'd like to know the information, we can put that on record.
Minister, you have an opportunity to answer whether
Yes,
you
sir.
choose to say yes to layover or you want to read it
I'm
out.
not laying over, please, sir.
That's your prerogative. You're answering.
So this is what we have. Statutory meeting, subcommittee, once per month, both once per month. The RIC meeting, the regional chair and vice chair expenses, stipend for shows, outreaches, training for shows and NDCs, men on mission, regional democratic. Yes.
Comrade Speaker, could I ask the minister how much money is there for men on a mission, and if there would be an increase for a Tushau stipend as well, and how much would that increase be? Given the fact that on our side we would have announced a measure to substantively increase stipends for Tushaus.
As you know, mid last year, as a matter of fact, when they had the Amerindian Heritage Month, from that month it was announced that Tushau's would be increased, and they were increased.
How much?
You can look that up, it's public records.
Comrade Speaker,
Honorable Member Holder.
I would like to put on record that I'm asking the minister, what is the increase that the minister or her government will be offering the Tushau's? I also ask what sum is allocated in that under that line item for men on the mission.
Mr. Speaker, the stipend for 15 councillors, RDC councillors, is 30,000 by 15. Stipend for 9 capped Amerindian Tushau's, 45,000 by 9. Stipend for the deputy treasurer, 30,000 by 9. And the meager sum of $600,000 is for the men on mission.
Honorable Member Holder.
Thank you, Comrade Speaker. Comrade Speaker, line item 6242. I'm asking the minister again to, 6261, local travel. I'm asking the minister again if she can lay over the details of the local travel.
Honorable Minister.
I'm not inclined to lay over, please, sir.
Could, come,
Honorable Minister.
I'm not laying over, please, sir.
Thank you. Honorable Member Mr. Holder.
thank you, Comrade Speaker. Could the minister give us the details, therefore?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So what we have is $6.1 million to local travel and subsistence. We have subsistence and traveling for staff, subsistence and traveling for staff working beyond normal hours, subsistence and traveling for field audit staff, subsistence and traveling for expediter, traveling, well, this is to check for items, collect quotations, make purchases, etc. Traveling for staff to follow up on matters with the Ministry of Finance, local government in Georgetown.
Thank you, Minister. Member Holder.
Thank you, Comrade Speaker. Comrade Speaker, 6282. Equipment maintenance. Could the minister state what equipment falls under this line item? This is under admin, so I'm interested in knowing what equipment they have to maintain for $3 million. If she can list the equipment, tell me the location, the cost per equipment.
Minister.
Thank you very much, please, Mr. Chair. With the RC office, you have 1 desktop computer, 2 AC units. You have the regional vice chair office, 4 AC units, 1 desktop computer, 1 printer. Office of the REO, 1 desktop computer, a laptops, laser jet printer, AC units. DREO's office, laser printer, AC unit, fridge, laptop. Administrative assistant, 1 laptop, planning unit, 2 desktop computers, the AC and 7 AC units. State House is the AC units. Registry computers, 5, refrigerator, 1 AC, 3 AC units, 2 laser prints, 1 floor model printer. And for the personnel, 4 desktop computers, 3 AC units, 1 laser printer. The local government office, 2 desktop computers, 2 AC units, 1 laser printer. The budget and financing, you have 19 desktop computers, 7 laserjet printer, 6 AC unit, 1 generator. You have the network equipment and the IFMA service equipment.
Thank you, Minister. Member Holder.
It's all under this program.
Honorable members, I now,
Mr.
Honorable Member Ms. Ferguson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, if I can turn the honorable member attention to line item 6302, training, including scholarship. I note we have an 85,000 increase for 2025. So can you say who will be benefiting from the training, and can you also list, if possible, the programs that persons are likely to be trained for 2025? Thank you.
Honorable Minister, for this whopping increase of 85,000, you can answer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And for the whopping increase of $85,000, we have training for staff, various staff from different departments, and they will be offered the training through the Ministry of Public Service, and it's on accounting procedures, principle for supervisory management, induction and orientation into the public service, project management, monitoring and evaluation, procurement procedures, and also there's a retirement training for drivers, and the whopping increase of $85,000 will cater for occupational health and safety training.
Folks, I didn't want to be funny, but you're talking about a $380 million budget here. And we find, such significance in an $85,000 increase. Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for this program, 721, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. The sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, let's turn to pages 338 and 339. And I propose a question that the sum stated for program 722 current stands part of the estimates. Honorable member, Mr. Holder.
Thank you, Comrade Speaker. Comrade Speaker, code 6112, senior technical staff. Senior technical staff. Yes, senior technical. Mr. Speaker, could the minister say if the absence of anybody to fill this position is having an impact on the program, because the vacancy for that program was not filled in 2024 and it's not being catered for in 2025.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. There is no such line item as 6112 in under this program head.
Thank you, Minister.
6112.
Member Holder.
6112.
$6112 according to my book, unless I'm having a my poor moment.
Comrade Speaker, I understand the issue that there is zero, but I just wanted to give the minister an opportunity to speak on it. Otherwise, we can probably remove it from the program completely because it's zero all the way. So it means that maybe there isn't a need for such a position.
So the principle is that if there is no money requested,
I know.
we don't ask the question.
Moving on, Comrade Speaker.
But removing it, remember this is a format, right? Who knows? The next government may find it necessary to put a one there.
Correct. 6115. Moving on, Comrade Speaker. 6115, semi-skilled, non-skilled workers. We're seeing it's a significant increase in terms of the numbers there. So my question is, what is the urgent and sudden need for unskilled workers under this program? What are the designations of those persons they intend to, or the job description rather, of the persons they intend to employ?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The honorable member said he was born and he grew up in Region 2. So did I. And I am very well aware that Region 2 is a heavy agricultural-based region. As a matter of fact, it doesn't just surround rice fields and cash crops. It is also drainage and irrigation that will enable these particular rice fields and cash crop to be able to, to have proper drainage so that we can have the crop. So in this skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled line item, there was a need to have sluice attendants to ensure that we don't have backup cokers. And we have 2 rangers that are employed in this line item, and that is the reason for the increase in the 2025 budget, to cater for 16 sluice attendants and 2 rangers. Now, I'm not sure what skills we are supposed to have with the sluice attendants, but we know that when we put them there, they are trained and they know how to open a coca door, close a coca door, and they are physically fit to do that.
Thank you. Thank you for that explanation coming from the minister.
MP Holder, go ahead.
Comrade Speaker, I would ask the minister if there are a number of new sluices, what is that number? Or if these employees are for the existing sluices, are there shortages at those sluices? As far as I know, they should have had sluice attendants, right, 24/7. I know we left that in place when we left government, and so I would like to know if they're probably shortening the time, creating new slots. If this is a backup person per se, I don't know what the situation is. If the minister could explain that. I do appreciate the need for sluice attendants and the importance of it, but I'm just trying to understand the addition of, that would be 40 new sluice attendants minus the two rangers.
Minister?
There are no new sluices, but we do have replacements. Some are replacements and some are actually new employment to fill gaps where we didn't have. So.
Minister, I'm tempted, but my job is just a referee. No, it's coming from higher above.
Comrade Speaker,
Member Holder.
6253, maintenance of DNI structures. You have a sum of 234 million there. Could the minister give the details on that sum? The reason for it, the increase there, and what exactly the sums will be spent on?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The increase will cater for the Kosher canals, drainage canals, CD3, 1,200 rods, and supply canals, 1,560 rods.
Thank you, Minister. Member Holder.
Thank you. Thank you, Comrade Speaker. 6264. Could you give a breakdown? I know you don't want to lay over, but I'm asking again, could you lay over the details of this?
I'm not going to lay over.
All right, I'll move on. Move on to the next program.
The next program?
Mr. Chair.
Wait.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, line item 6272, electricity charges. Can the honorable members give reasons for the increase for 2025 as against what was approved in 2024? And whether it's the region is utilizing more office space and all kind of things. So can you give an explanation? Joseph Hamilton, why you don't shut your mouth?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The electricity charges for the engineering department and sub-office, the increase will cater for the regularization of the electrical network.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable members? Wow. Minister had to say wow, right? Because some of these questions, you have a $40 million increase in one head, semi-agriculture, with only 18 members added from 41 to 18. I would have had you explaining that to me. Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for this program stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The sum stated now stands part of the program. Honorable members, I now turn to program 723, and I propose the question that the sum stated herein stands part of the estimates. The honorable member, Mr. Holder.
Thank you, Comrade Speaker.
Honorable members, I put a question.
Comrade Speaker, I'm just looking for the project code. Comrade Speaker, 6272. Comrade Speaker, 6272.
6272. Very big increase there, yeah.
Yeah, let's move on from this project code, Comrade Speaker. I want to get more to the capital.
No,
Honorable members, I put
no, Mr. Speaker. Let me help my colleague here. Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, through you to the honorable member, can I turn her attention to line item 6255, maintenance of other infrastructure. I note we have, 5 million increase for 2025. Can the honorable member state the reason for the increase and what other infrastructures are likely to benefit from this allocation in this year 2025 budget? Thank you.
Before you answer, Minister, I'm questioning myself if I'm having a Mahipal moment, because the honorable member said 6255, there's a $5 million increase. I think I'm seeing 6,475,000. Are we on the same page, honorable member? Because I'm not seeing 5 million in my book.
16, so it's a 6 million increase, sir.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Honorable Minister, we are on the same page. I have 6 million and the honorable member has 6 million. You can answer now. Sorry, Mahipal, you actually missed the whole page, right? Yes, sorry.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Well, first of all, the honorable member asked which infrastructure will benefit, but it's not the infrastructure that will benefit, please, sir. The beneficiaries are the staff, the family members. And